Hello and welcome to the College Investor Audio Show today. We're so glad you're hanging out with us. As we take a look at, we do a little bit of myth busting today. 3 myths about leaving the SAVE plan and what you should know about it. But first, anytime you hear a podcast, you can always see the article associated with it with all the links and resources you could possibly need to know. We dive deep on everything at the College Investor. Just go to thecollegeinvestor.com. You'll find the article and know everything. You can also get to know us. We'd love to help you along wherever you are in your money journey. Just like us, follow us, and all the things on social media. Search for the College Investor and you'll find us. All right, here we go. Time to bust some SAVE plan myths. As federal student loan borrowers weigh their repayment options in 2026, there's a little bit of confusion around the whole SAVE income-driven repayment plan. Data from the loan servicers is showing backlogs, but the reality is a little bit different. For borrowers at this moment, the repayment plan processing backlog is generally overblown and outdated because of applications from last year. Persistent myths don't actually reflect how the system is working right now and what borrowers should be doing. So let's take a look. And the result of this is that several widely shared assumptions about leaving the SAVE plan are just dead wrong, and it could be costing you money. Here are 3 of the most common myths and what borrowers should understand before making a decision. Myth number 1. Repayment plan applications to leave SAVE are taking months. Borrowers frequently hear that changing repayment plans can drag on for weeks and months, leaving loans in limbo and payments uncertain. That fear is understandable, especially given the status reports from recent months, but the reality is this. For most borrowers, switching out of the SAVE plan takes 3 to 7 business days when the application is completed correctly and submitted electronically. The majority of backlog we're currently seeing is from applications submitted before April 2025. However, there are delays for borrowers who upload pay stubs or documents through the online system. Paperwork uploads require manual processing. However, even our readers have been reporting about 3-week turnarounds or so for submitting alternative documentation. The key takeaway is this. Processing time is driven less by the plan change itself and more by how the request is submitted. Electronic applications that link your IRS tax return are the absolute fastest path for this. Myth number 2. You have to consolidate your loans to leave SAVE. I don't know why we got this belief, but it's that borrowers have to consolidate their federal loans before you switch out of the SAVE plan. The reality is, consolidation is not required to leave the plan. Borrowers with direct loans can move from SAVE to another eligible income-driven plan like IBR or PAY for those who still qualify for this without consolidating whatsoever. Consolidation is only necessary in limited situations, like when a borrower has non-consolidated Parent Plus loans. However, these borrowers wouldn't be eligible for SAVE anyway, right? So for borrowers currently enrolled in SAVE, switching plans is a paperwork decision, and it does not require consolidation. Myth number 3. Interest capitalizes when you leave SAVE. This is an alarming myth. The belief that switching out of SAVE will cause unpaid interest to capitalize immediately, permanently increasing the loan balance. Reality? No, it doesn't. Leaving SAVE does not trigger this. Interest capitalization happens in only 3 situations. 3 main situations, really. 1, when a borrower leaves in-school deferment. 2, when a borrower consolidates their loans. And 3, when a borrower leaves the IBR, income-based repayment plan. Switching between most income-driven repayment plans, including moving out of SAVE, does not cause interest to capitalize. Any unpaid interest generally remains separate from the principal balance unless one of the specific capitalization events occurs. This matters because capitalized interest increases the amount on which future interest accrues, raising long-term costs. The misconception that plan switching alone triggers capitalization has discouraged borrowers from exploring options that might better fit their finances. What borrowers in SAVE should be doing next. Let's take a look at this. So, if you're still in SAVE, you should not assume the forbearance will last beyond the next few months. The plan has been blocked by the courts and officially ended through legislation. Its long-term future has been settled. That's it. Done. Waiting to change repayment plans can be costly. Stop waiting. Income-driven plans are calculated using either your most recent tax return or current income and household information at the time of enrollment. Delaying even a few months could result in your payment being higher simply because you're using 2025 income versus 2024 income. Borrowers will eventually be moved out of SAVE, all right? But that process is actually designed for the government's administrative convenience, not for individuals. Those who act now retain more control over their repayment terms. Waiting for the government to decide might feel safer, not to me, but maybe to you. It's just not going to be in the borrower's best financial interest. Don't let the government decide what you do. All right, and that is our show for today. If you found it helpful, you want to share this with some people in your situation, please do so. That'd be awesome. You can also see this article, all the links and resources you could possibly need to know at thecollegeinvestor.com. Like, follow, hit the subscribe button. I don't know, all the stuff on social media. Just search for The College Investor and you'll find us. Thanks so much for stopping by today, and we'll talk to you again real soon.